Hello and welcome back. I just want to warn again, the video might stop abruptly. The camera I'm using is a little bit fidgety. So with that said, let's get into the video. One of the most common errors, not necessarily an error for this video, let's stick to it in that format, whatever. One of the most common errors I see when people go on a spiritual path or they have this urge to change their lives, or is that they will run from their current life situation. People will seek to change their surroundings in order to change something that is fundamentally inside of them. And of course, this is part of the process. In order to discover that, many people need to change their surrounding, to recognize that no matter where you are, the same situations come to you, the same challenges come to you. And what I've found in my life is that the most difficult challenges, and most of the challenges, come from people, other people. They are from within you, but people mirror those challenges to you. Helia, she always likes to come lately when I film videos. I find it annoying sometimes. She keeps rubbing herself on the camera. Meow, meow. But you're so cute, aren't you? So, you see often a lot of people will leave. And I tried this in my 20s as well. Although I knew for some reason that it wasn't going to work. And the minute even as I was on the bus, I had this knowing that I'm not going to be able to run away from the things I don't like, because it is the things I don't like. Wherever I go, I'm going to have the reflection, the mirroring back of that reminder, constant reminder of I don't like that and that and that and that. And that a person can go anywhere. You can stick your head in the ground and bury your head completely under the earth, and you will still have your brain creating little dreams of the things you don't like. So yes, you can do spiritual work wherever you go, and a lot of Buddhists and in those types of religions, they do what's called a retreat, where they'll leave the world. But the problem with that is that once you come back, you're there once again with those same challenges. That on the inner level, you've done some work, which is extremely valuable, in my opinion. But you can do the inner work with that same outer environment without having to change the outer environment. And that by leaving, you're delaying your spiritual progress ultimately. Leah, come here. So I see a lot of people leaving. I see a lot of people changing their environment in order to try to maybe correct or change some type of inner no that is boiling. So they leave. They'll go away, and this creates a type of what is the right word here? You create a new problem, because ultimately when you leave, you're going to start to create a whole new environment around you based on your new values and in the way that you want life to be, the way that you think life should be, and all this stuff. And when you look around you, you'll be reminded constantly of, oh, this is nice, which is great. But ultimately, these are all toys to play with. And that the real progress is not made by creating an environment that you are always feeling like yes, but by seeing the no that arises in you when you're in an environment that you've labeled as wrong. That challenge gives you the opportunity to work with it, to work through it. What I'm talking about is escapism. Escapism is the idea that this is wrong, that is wrong, that is wrong, and I'm going to leave all the wrong and create all the rights. When in reality, there is no wrong, but you've labeled it as wrong, so you've created the whole problem that you need to solve in the first place. And now you have this nice environment around you, and at some point, the excitement of it is going to wear off. And then what you're left with is yourself again. Your bare bones, truthful reflection of you. That environment will less and less remind you of the things you like, and you'll start to find new no's. Because the no comes from inside of you. You're going to create a no wherever you go if you don't face the challenge in the moment that it is there for you to face it. And people are often the biggest source of challenge in our lives. Other people. So what we need more than anything in spiritual development is other people face to face. Face to face. And to pass directly through that ickiness that comes within you. Seeing, feeling the no. Searching deep within you to discover the root, your belief system. I'm feeling annoyed. Stop bumping. Strange. So wherever you go, you're going to find the same challenges repeated. And if you continually change your environment, all you're really doing is creating new excitement. It's the same thing as whenever a child gets a new toy. He can distract himself from the things he doesn't like by drowning himself in his new toy and his excitement about the new toy and so on. But eventually the new toy becomes an old toy. And then what you're left with is this stage where you're reminded of all your no's and your no's. And the real progress is made when you stop reaching for a new version of yes. And you just look at your no, allow yourself to feel the no, whatever it is that comes within you. Allow yourself to just be with that space. And a lot of people try to change that inner space inside of them, thinking that that's spiritual progress, changing what's in here. It's nothing to do with changing. Spiritual development has nothing to do with changing. It is simply facing, open, not having to change, just recognizing that the act of trying to change an inner feeling in you is another form of escapism. You can practice escapism without having to leave. You can escape from your own self, and a lot of people do it in video games, television, their cell phones, and so on. So this is a challenge to anyone watching this video. And please share this message, either the video or what you've taken from this, to not run from yourself. Don't try to change your inner experience. The word acceptance is very difficult to explain in any language. It's not something that I can tell you how to accept anything. It's not something that you can learn by words. It's something that you have to feel for yourself. Your body, your life will be in a constant flux between likes and dislikes. And eventually when you come to the point that you recognize that this is a thing, you stop fighting with it. And then you find a stable ground that flows constantly through your fluctuations. And that stability is your center. No matter what happens, you can find peace because you're not trying to change it, whatever it is inside of you. Remember, peace can be there even if you're uncomfortable. So I leave you with that. Wherever you are around the world, whatever time it is that you're watching this video, thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace.